Hey folks, it's Ben. I need to see if this works. So I bought this at auction. Technically it's an ice hole auger. So it has a special bit down there to cut into ice. I don't need it for that, obviously. And if you've seen some of my shorts, I have an ice hole digger that I use to flip compost. The compost piles are over there. But I'm like, if you're gonna be a chump and turn it by hand, these things go for very little at auction. Let's go ahead and see if we can get one and maybe turn compost over with it. That'd be polluting and fun. So here we go. It's a Tecumseh 2-stroke. It's a power drill by Ardstam. I'm not sure, I don't pronounce things great. Cumberland, Wisconsin, and it's an 8900 serial number, whatever. It's a small 2-stroke engine device. Quick tour of it. Here's the throttle, which is neat because it pulls this bar, which actuates the carburetor there, so that's cool. And then this is my choke. Doesn't actually indicate which way choke is on. Maybe it does on the bottom, but I'm guessing that's on and this is off. We have a little air cleaner in here. And then looks like it pulls air from the cooling compartment, so obviously built for cold weather applications, so probably no actual air filter in it. On, or that's off, an on switch, spark plug. On the other side, there's a muffler. And this gas tank with its tiny little fuel line. And looks like that's actually a fuel pump, a little pulse fuel pump here. I should probably take the time to pop this off and see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's not fancy. Oops, well, that's gonna get sucked in now. Perfect, flip that over so all the dirty stuff's on the clean side. Yep, let's just go ahead and put that there. Okay, so I got some, it says it needs 5 ounces of 2-cycle oil per US gallon of gasoline. I'm an American. I appreciate freedom units. But putting a ratio of 30-to-1, 40-to-1, 50-to-1 on a 2-stroke would be fairly common. So thanks for that, Tecumseh. All right, this may or may not be the actual cap for it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and throw in this 30-to-1 that I run in everything else I own. It's got 2-stroke and seafoam in it. And we'll just give it a good, that's probably plenty, because if it doesn't run, I'm probably gonna have to drain the tank and all that crap. So let's just get that set up. Okay. And the seafoam is there, so it'll help free up any debris that's in the carburetor, so it will plug any orifice that is free and flowing, so it won't run in the future. I'll grab a tripod and see if we can get this thing started. A small pull cord. No luck there, so we're either dealing with no fuel or no spark, so let's puke a little gas down the carb. Whoa, way too much. If we can get it to bark off, we know the ignition's good. It looks like we might be dealing with a spark issue, so I'll take this guy off and see. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it because it won't focus on it, but the spark plug is clean, like super clean, and maybe it's slightly damp. So I'm thinking fuel is not an issue here. Let's just go ahead and round it out somewhere nice. You won't be able to see it, but I will. It'll turn over nice now. No spark, so we got to do a little bit of digging to see what's going on here. Well, my battery died on my phone, so let's go ahead and recapture what we did here. We had our cover on, and all we did was undo these 3 long 1/4-inch bolts, and that just lifted right off. And you can see there's our recoil starter, and the neat part is every time it pops out and just grabs the fan that you see here. So we still have the spark plug out, so it turns really easy. And then we had the coil, which resides here. So what I was able to do is remove it, and we did quite a bit of rust across the lamination, so I'm hoping that might be it. And also across the magnets as well. Blank on that side, counterweight. But there are 2 magnets right there. And then while I was here, I did ohm out my switch, and it is still functional. So that is on, that is off. So that still works as well. So we're going to just kind of scruff up the areas where the coil bolts to. And it also has 2 quarters, but they also have little Torx in them as well. Or little, yeah, it's like that. So I just use a 1/4-inch socket on those. And so then we're going to put it a business just really close, but not touching, and put the top back on temporarily, and then give it some yanks, see how it does. So I pulled it a couple times and no spark, and then I turned it on and we got lots of spark now. I don't know if I can show you guys. This never videos well, right? But we can give it a shot. Yeah, not sure if you can see that or not. Lots of spark. So, and right now lots of gas smell. So let's throw the spark plug back in there. And I've already lost the air filter for it. It's around here somewhere. Let's see if we can get it started up now that we have spark. I'm gonna put earmuffs on because I have faith that it'll start. And let's just see how well it, if it runs, and then if it does, then tomorrow we'll go out and see if we can spin some compost over. I really kind of want to use it as a post hole digger too. So we're on, we got speed, choke is on. Hot dog. So we have carburetor issues, so I guess we'll address that next. A couple weeks later, we got back to it. We had that issue with the carburetor, and so what I ended up doing, these are 5/16, and then the ones behind it are actually 1/4 inch. So I took the carburetor completely off, removed this panel, and then there's a big screw on this side. Yeah, that guy right there. Pulled it out, and then went ahead and cleaned everything, you know, with the carburetor cleaner. And then I've been having a lot of luck lately with compressed air, and that is a basketball inflating needle. So it gets in all the little holes and stuff, and just it in there, and just, if we're gonna wreck it, it's already not working. So back the screws off, everything like that. Put it all back together again, and son of a gun, it started and ran after that. So we'll do a little bit of demonstration of that here in a minute. Okay. So we've been flipping compost with this. It's a manual ice auger, and mostly just by putting in the compost, turning it, it digs itself in, and then we pull it up and out comes the compost. But then I'm realizing I can pick up a gas-powered one super cheap. So here's our unit that runs. Here's some compost that's been layered. It hasn't actually ever been turned over yet. So I'm gonna fire this thing up, and we'll come in, take a look, and see just how awesome this thing is, hopefully. So there you have it. It works great, especially if you just leave it in there to turn over the pile. What we're doing is not having to turn over the pile by hand with a shovel. Have this mix the pile up. If we had someone on the side maybe pouring water in it to rehydrate, that'd be fantastic too. So great idea. It worked out well. And the last bit here, we won't comment on it. Let's go see if we can dig a hole in the garden. I wonder if this could be a post hole digger. I don't think because of the bottom, it's going to dig very well, but I think we could probably grind that off and it might be okay. We'll leave that for another video actually. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, comments, leave them. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, Turbo 231, for more videos. And as we go through auction stuff and get this stuff going, I think our net cost on this is about, I wouldn't have spent more than $5 on it. So pretty good upgrade over the manual rig.